lots of people like to say the word uncanny and make gratuitous beatnik jokes, like snapping instead of clapping when they're wearing all black. I mean, right? Michael Myers, Shatner. Can you? Anyone? Anyone? Uncanny? Okay. I got you, Jim Acosta. Hang on. Okay. I can't understand why. What was it? Let me get back. I don't understand why these Republican rivals aren't going after Trump. But there's a lot of expectations concerning the biblical prophecies. You know, this happened before, and they were expecting and they wanted a warlord, and there were several attempted messiahs that were warlords, and they were radically different than what Jesus did. So anyway, the last few years have been enlightening. The whole thing going right now is that what I say goes against the church doctrine, and all of the diehard Trump supporters are super churchy church people. They're very, very Christian, but I'm a lot more liberal, I guess, than what they were expecting, and a lot more female than actual Jesus. Which, because of Eve means I'm sort of by nature less trustworthy with the men. And I honestly don't know that that's wrong, but I do know that blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. So whenever I start feeling really bitchy and like really bad about myself, that's what I remember. And I go, okay, it's not okay. So there's just the deep and fervent. They've been waiting for it. It says quite clearly that they're the faithful ones. They get raptured so they don't have to deal with the bad shit, but then they get to come back and they get to take over the earth. They inherit the earth. And that's the prize, is they inherit the earth. And what I'm saying is that they coexist as good examples for the rest of the earth. And that's pretty much it. And that's not what they were expecting. And so they're rejecting that whole idea. And Trump has promised them that if he has power, he will give them power, and they get to take back over the country and make sure that all of the laws are godly. But I think that they're wrong about what God wants, or what laws God would make, or what he would. I just think they've they're like, not coming from a bad place or anything. It's just that's not that wasn't it. So, um, I've said this before many a time into my phone. Quite sure Donald Trump heard me. That's where he came up with like all of his campaign slogans. I just so that's why they're not they haven't been forced to let go of that outcome as like an outcome. They're and they don't want to believe me on the rapture thing either, that it's like there was two of me. There was two women doing whatever I was doing at the time, which I think was making tea. And one was taken, and the other one is the one that you see now that remains. So that is not what was in the Left Behind books, which came first, and therefore it must not be true. I mean, I want to know. I want to know many things. But today, right now, I will not speak. But that's the answer to your question, Jim Acosta.